G'day guys, and welcome back to another cats video. And today I'm going to be doing who I think are the top 5 cats to look out for the year. So these are only my personal ones, you know, it's not necessarily the best 5 players to look out for. It's just 5 blokes I've got my eye on, who I reckon could either break out slightly or has question marks over them, or could be the difference between us, I guess, making the finals to where we end up finishing up. And I reckon I'll make a video with where I think we'll obviously finish on the ladder and what our ambitions and yeah, I guess goals are for the season 2019. But without further ado, we'll get into the players. First player I've got is Brandon Parfitt. So look, he's really come on leaps and bounds. He's a great kick of the footy. He uses it well. He's very poised with the footy as well when he gets it in his hands. Injury aside, he's quite prolific, and I reckon with Ablett playing a lot more forward, should get a bit more midfield time, and hopefully applies plenty of pressure, and I'm sure he'll be a valuable inclusion into that midfield, and hopefully yeah, go on bigger and better for season 2019. Ablett, when you mention Geelong, Ablett comes to mind. He's another player that will have a very, very interesting, I guess, 2019 campaign. He's got a lot on his shoulders here. He's going to be mainly playing up forward, hopefully helped by the rule change with the 666, at least at the centre bounce. 35 years of age, had a good year last year, played pretty well throughout the midfield and also got on the scoreboard every now and again, which was nice. He's got, yeah, it's going to be a real challenge for him. He's not a big tackler, and forward pressure is quite yeah, it's really in fashion at the moment. So he's got a big job there, and hopefully he can turn some defenders inside out and kick some goals. But he's got a really tough job ahead. Hopefully he plays his role really well. Yeah, we know what he can do. It's just a matter of if he can still do it and on a regular basis. Cockatoo, pick 10, and he's just forever injured. So he's got a big season coming up, because I feel like if he doesn't really deliver, I don't think they'll be super far away delisting him or trading him potentially. So he's shown a lot of promise. We've seen what he's been able to do when he's been on the park, and it's really exciting. There's been some pretty handy highlights from Cockatoo. He just can't seem to run out a full game, which is the disappointing part. I think he's injured again. So it's a really big year for him, and certainly one to keep an eye on. Because if he plays, he could be the difference between winning and losing a final if Geelong happen to make the finals. And if he takes it to the next level and stays fit and everything like that, it could be invaluable. Very invaluable. So we know what his skills are. He runs, carries, dashes, loves a long kick, and could be anything if you can get on the park. That's been the challenge. But the next player I've got my eye on, it's quite down the list actually, is Cam Guthrie. He's also been a player that's shown a lot of promise, I guess, in previous years when there hasn't been as much midfield depth, but he's dropped away quite significantly since yeah, probably when our midfield's really been bolstered with Ablett, Selwood, Dangerfield. And he just hasn't been had much luck with injury and whatnot. At his best, we know he can, just runs through blokes. He can usually use the ball well, and it'll be also intriguing to see where he plays, because he's previously sort of been thrown forward at times to apply pressure. I don't really know. He never takes shots at goals. He always handballs. He's played obviously throughout the midfield on a wing, and started his career at the back line. And I wonder if he will go back to the back line. If I was the coach, I personally would put him there, all considering what we have in the midfield. You could throw him in there every now and again for sure, but yeah, he just doesn't look, the last year or so, he hasn't looked very confident, hasn't really shown the footy that we know he can play. Generally that's a sign of confidence and injury, all combined into one. They all interrelate. And a big year for him. He'll want to lift, because he's one of our players. I think debuted in 2011, so it's been it's his 9th season, so you want something quite considerable for a player of his calibre. The final player on my list is Mr. Lucas Dahlhaus. You won't appreciate that, but I'll go with old Lukey Dahlhaus. Come over from the Dogs, and I reckon he'll be a real barometer for our club. Hopefully we see 30 goals and tackles every week from him, but I think he'll be quite important up forward. With that forward pressure, we need a lot from him. I don't know how much we can expect from him. He's keen to have a big year, as it says on the news right there. But what we've seen in 2016, probably his best year ever, and I reckon a lot of dogs have sit in that camp as well. But hopefully he plays majority forward. If he plays in midfield, I'll probably vomit or something like that, because we've got so many other players that can run through there. But yeah, we'd like to think he'd be able to cause a lot of turnovers inside forward 50 for us, or for the defensive team, and hopefully capitalise on the scoreboard, or at least pass them off. Very capable. It's just a matter of if he has the mindset, and obviously keep fit like every other player on the list. So that is it, guys. Those are my top 5 players to look out for in season 2019. So I'd love to hear your top 5 players that you're looking out for as well on the Cats list, and maybe a bit of a reason why they are interesting to, I guess, keep tabs on. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Don't forget to subscribe away, like the video as well. That'd be awesome, and I'll catch you guys all very soon.